Recording this? Perfect, guys. Awesome. So everybody on this call knows who I am. I want to give a brief intro really quickly. One, appreciate all of you guys coming here. I know the call, I was been preaching about it, been promoting about it all week long. I'm actually really excited to be on here, and I'm really excited for all of you guys that made the decision to be on here today, right now. Really excited about the guests that we have on that are going to just run some absolute knowledge, value for you guys on this call. So guys, if you have a pen and paper, make sure you guys are taking notes. It's super important that you guys do that on this call. But whoever wants to go first, Justin or Julian, I know both of you guys are on this call. I want to kind of take it over and leave it to you guys to go ahead and do your thing whenever you guys are ready.
All right, give me 1 sec. I'm going up the elevator right now. I don't want to cut out. Give me 1 sec.
All right, no problem. Y'all make sure you have a pen.
Yeah. Well, I'll go first, and then I'll have Julian come up after I go. But let me give me like 1 sec.
Awesome.
All right, what's good, guys? Can y'all hear me?
You're good.
Heck
All right,
yeah,
cool.
let's go.
What's good, guys? For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is actually Justin Saini. I'm 20 years old. I'm from Dallas, Texas. I actually just moved out here to Tempe or Phoenix or whatever you want to call it. I'm actually living in Dallas and Tempe, and it's a blessing because I just moved out here with Emery Holmes, Darwin Lopez, Gustavo, Casha Great. We just moved into the grand penthouse out here. I also live in a penthouse back in Dallas with my boy Julian. He's actually on the call as well. He's gonna throw some nuggets for you guys. If y'all don't know who I am, I'm actually star boy for iMarkets Live Swipe Trade. So I'm actually the person who's sending you signals on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis, right? But this call isn't necessarily going to be about trading, right? Even though I trade and I'm a professional trader for this multi-million-dollar company, what I want you guys to understand is I also build the business, right? And I met Abigail for the first time. A couple of nights back, we threw an event here with Matthew Rose, and I met Abigail. And I've heard about her. I know she's a crazy, great leader, and I know she was out here. And it was honestly a great moment actually getting to meet her, because I always see her in all the leadership chats, always speaking, asking questions. And she's a servant leader, right? And I definitely want you guys to understand that when it comes to your upline, there's always going to be a person that's there to help you and support you and guide you, right? She's never going to tell you guys something that she won't do herself. When it comes down to the business, I just want to leave you guys with a few nuggets that have really helped me in my business, right? Because I'll be real with you. I've built my business entirely online, right? None of my friends joined my business, right? None of the people that I used to hang out with, none of the people I used to party with, none of the people I used to hang out with joined the business, right? The same people that used to do the same old stuff week after week, day after day, are the same people that are still doing the same old stuff day after day, week after week, right? But I decided to do something different, make a change. And now we live a life that nobody will ever live because we did something nobody ever did, right? So when it comes down to your business,
Will you please?
Can y'all hear me?
You're good, bro.
When it comes down to your business, I would say a big thing is realizing right now, not to necessarily waste your time on people that have kind of just played around with you, right? I'll be real with you guys. It's a lot easier to build with people you don't know yet in life than people you do know, right? Because some of the people that I've made the most money in my life with are complete strangers. Julian, for instance, the guys I live with here in Tempe now, right? My homies back home. I never met them or I never knew of them before this business, right? But through this business, through being like-minded, we've been able to achieve all our goals. So I would say the first thing I want y'all to do is realize that you don't have to build this business all straight warm market, your friends. Because being real, most people don't want to see the next person doing better than them, right? My dad told me a story. He told me a story that he said people are he said this is the way people work. He said if you had a cage, right? And let's say the cage had no top. and you fill the cage with crabs, right? And one crab is trying to escape. It's climbing its way out of the cage to be in a better situation. The other crabs see the crab that's climbing out, and they grab it and they pull it back down. It's because they don't want to see that crab in a better situation themselves, right? And people are the same way, right? It doesn't matter if it was your day one homie. It doesn't matter if it was like one of your best friends growing up. Nobody wants to see you doing better than them. So when it comes to a business opportunity, they're not going to take you serious, right? And another reason why they're not going to take you serious is most of the time you've hung out with them. They know the type of person you are. You can't go from, standing on the table at the club one week with a bottle in your hand and the next week trying to show them a business opportunity, right? That's why you guys got to realize right now, building a business online is super powerful, right? Take advantage of your social media. We all have hundreds of friends online, thousands of followers, hundreds of followers, wherever it might be. The way I went about building my business was straight through Instagram, right? What I would do was simple. Whether I was trading and making profits or my team was trading and making profits every day, what I do is when I wake up, I scroll through my group chat, right? I scroll through, and I screenshot everybody who's made money, right? And then I go on my Instagram and I go to my story, and I only do this on my stories. It doesn't matter if you use Facebook stories, Snapchat story, or Instagram story. Post their profits, right? And don't fake it and be like, oh, this is mine. But be like, yo, my boy Juan made $60 today. My homegirl Abigail made $200 today. Spencer made $700 today, right? And be like, my squad's eating. Don't try to sell them on nothing. Don't try to pitch them on anything. Don't say, hit me up for more information. Just keep posting consistently every day, every week of your team making money, right? So, maybe like in the morning, you post like 2 or 3 posts, right? The next day, 2 or 3. And the people that follow you, whether they know what you do or not, they're going to see consistently that you and this group of people you're with are always making money, right? And they're going to hit you up. Because first off, people like to see consistency. And second off, people are going to be curious no matter what. Another thing about your social media, I said stories, right? Your story is so important because, if I post something on Facebook right now, in 2 hours, it's going to be at the bottom of the feed. Nobody's going to see it because people are always posting on Facebook, right? People are always posting on Instagram. If I post a picture on Instagram right now, I might not get as many likes as I would at a different time. It's because people are always posting. So it goes to the bottom of the feed. But a powerful thing about your story is that, think about it. When you're watching a story, you start watching one, and then 10 minutes goes by and you're clicking, swiping, right? So the power of your story is people will more than likely see your story than your actual post, right? So be utilizing your stories a lot more. And use emojis as well. The way the human mind works is we're attracted to creative things, right? Cartoons are creative things. So emojis are cartoons or creative things. When you're posting your stories and stuff, throw emojis in it. If you've ever been scrolling on Facebook, you'd be scrolling really fast. And if your eye catches a glimpse of an emoji, you'll stop and like look at that post, right? So do stuff like that. I would say, for me, when it comes to the leadership qualities and everything, I would say just do business with integrity. I'll tell you the guys, just the straight way I built my business. I met people online. I showed them that I was real. I showed them that I cared. I showed them that I loved them. And, from there, I just helped them build. Whether you believe in yourself or not, that's not the case because Abigail believes in you guys, right? I believe in you guys, right? Julian believes in y'all, right? So when it comes down to confidence and belief, you got to have belief in yourself. You got to have belief in your team, right? This thing will work. It's only if you work, right? And I'll be real, compared to any other job, this is the easiest stuff you'll ever do. Talk to a couple people, post a few things, and, copy and paste some trades and make money, right? So when it comes down to, dang, I just lost my train of thought. When it comes down to, how you want to build a business, all I did was I worked, right? I worked. Matthew Rosa taught us this thing about being productive and being active, right? And I'm sure I think Abigail was there when he did that. But I think Spencer was there too. But he talks about being productive and being active, right? If you make a T-chart, right? We all know what a T-chart is. If we make a T-chart and we put the word productive on one side and the word active on one side, you want to be more productive during the day than active. What active means is like things that don't make you money, and then productive is income producing activities, right? So what that means is let me give you an example of a day. Let's say you're grinding, you guys are always grinding, you're always consistent, you're working, right? But you're not ranking up. I can easily tell you what you're doing wrong in your business or what you need to be focusing on more. Let's say you say, Justin, why am I not ranking up? I'm always grinding, right? And I ask you, okay, I say, okay, Julian, tell me a little bit about your day. What's your day look like? Let's say Julian says, I wake up, and I listened to Brandon Boyd's morning motivation, right? Okay, great. He listened to that. Let's say after that, Julian said I went to the gym for about an hour, worked out, did legs, whatever he did. Okay, that's perfect. We all need to exercise, right? Let's say after that, Julian went to Starbucks. He did a one-on-one meeting with a prospect, right? That's perfect. You need to be doing that stuff, right? Let's say after that, he went home and listened to an hour and a half of PD, personal development. That's also great. And let's say at the end of the night, to close out his night, he listened to the 7-figure mentorship call. We can all agree that sounds like a hectic ass day. You're doing a lot of stuff, right? But in reality, he only exposed the business once, right? Exposing the business is something that's going to make you money. That's productive. Me listening to personal development, indirectly, it'll make me money, but that's an activity, right? Me going to the gym, that's me being active. Me listening to 7-figure mentorship call, that's active, right? Indirectly, that stuff will help me. But you got to be more productive during the day than active, right? So what does that mean? You got to show people the plan, right? You got to be meeting more new people, prospecting, doing one-on-ones, doing home events, doing presentations, doing Zoom calls, whatever it might be. The income producing activities, IPAs, right? Or MMAs, money making activities. You got to be doing something that actually makes you money. Trading makes you money. That's productive, right? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if on your checklist you have 3 productives and 2 activities, right? You always want to make sure that you have more productive than actives on your daily schedule, right? Let's say you did 3 activities today. You need to be doing at least a minimum of 3 productive things, right? Whether that be trading, making some money, showing people the business, making some money, getting on a 3-way call, making some money, closing somebody up, signing them up, helping them set up, making some money, right? When it came down to really how I did it, all I did was I took advantage of social media. I post my profits always, 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 always. I showed the lifestyle, right? Lifestyle is big because you can show people you're making money, but they want to see what you're doing with the money, right? That doesn't mean you have to be out there balling out, spending all your money. No. It just means like when you're at a cool place, record what you're doing. If you're eating lunch, record what you're doing. If you're at Christopher Derek's house, if you're at my house, if you're somewhere cool, if you're out, show people what you're doing. They want to see the lifestyle along with the money you're making, right? I'd say that's step 1. Post your profits on your social media stories and stuff. I'd say step 2 to me building the business was just being real, genuinely caring about people, right? When I stopped thinking about me making money, I need to make money. Me, I got to make money, right? And I started thinking about how can I help you make money and you. When I started making it about them and stopped making it about me, my income, quadrupled. I kid you not. My income went from, $24,000 a year to, $110,000 a year, right? And then from there, you just kept duplicating the same thing and it kept on getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, right? So, when it comes down to it, this is a people's business. You really got to care about people, right? You got to make people's problems your problems, right? When it comes to my team, we keep it so real with our team. Nobody does anything sketchy. Nobody does anything scheming because we built such a real culture, right? About showing people real profits, being real to people, treating people how you want to be treated, right? And at the end of the day, just being a nice person. And then lastly, I would say, my warm market, I don't have a warm market at all. Like I told you guys, I cut out all my friends that I used to hang out with. It's not that I don't like them anymore or I think they're losers or anything. It's not like that. I love my old friends, but I love them where they're at. I'm going to leave them at the place that I left them at, right? Because I'm at a place that most people will never be at, right? It's not to be cocky or arrogant or be a dick. It's just being real, right? You really have to level up. The thing I love about this industry is it forces you to grow as a person, right? And if there's anybody that I've seen force themselves to grow, it's Julian Throne, right? Y'all don't know. I'm actually going to have Julian take it up from here. If y'all don't know who Julian is, Julian's actually my roommate back in Dallas. I've seen this guy have one of the craziest journeys. It was crazy because this guy built his business with no cell phone service, right? This dude was on I don't think it was a cracked phone, but he had no service. He built his entire business to Platinum 1000 without cell phone service, right? He built it sleeping on couches, splitting stuff on the dollar menu. Like I kid you not, this time last year, me and Julian were in a whole different position. And now he's one of the best speakers, one of the best leaders, one of the best motivators I know. So when it comes down to what this guy's about to tell you, I would say, really take notes because his time is not only super valuable, but it's just like he genuinely cares about people. He's genuinely going to tell you the stuff that you need to hear and not what you want to hear, right? So with that being said, Julian, you there, bro?
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, bro.
All right, appreciate you, big dog. Go ahead.
What's going on, guys? How's everyone doing today? It's awesome to see 20 people from all over the world on one call right now. I respect Abigail and Alejandra super highly, and I've been actually having a relationship built with Abigail for about a couple of months now. She's not the first person that has hit me up for advice, for mentorship, for ideas on how it is she can become a better leader, or how she can go ahead and continue to give value to you guys as her organization. And I find that very, very respectable. I just respect that so much, because a lot of times people don't speak up and ask questions. And if you don't speak up and ask questions, obviously you'll never get fed. My boy Justin, thank you so much, bro. I miss you, dog. You're out there in Tempe killing it. Can't wait till you get back to Dallas, bro. What Justin said is just insane, because it's all true, guys. I mean, I can give you the timeline of where we started and where we are right now, but it really does not matter. Just know that about a year ago, we were completely dead broke, penny pinching, figuring out how it is IML was going to work out for us in our lives. And through just consistent hard work, through developing ourselves as leaders, things happen the way they are, and now we're in the position that we are in today. To be quite honest, we don't – a call came in. Everybody can still hear me? Everybody can?
Yes.
Perfect. Awesome. So, to be quite honest, guys, you know, the biggest things that you guys need to be focusing on right now, look, I know that everyone struggles with something in some way, shape, or form, all right? I think my biggest struggle was having confidence within myself in the beginning. I didn't really have much posture. I had a lot of fear. I was afraid to fail. I didn't really know what it is that, you know, I was doing wrong at some point. It was actually around January of 2017 where I actually called Matt Rosa, who is now Chairman 500 along with Jason Brown. I asked him, bro, what am I doing wrong? Like, I don't know what it is. Like, what it is like I could do better just so I can become a better leader and figure out how I can start popping these ranks and start adding value to my people. And to be quite honest, he put me in my place. Now, understand that Matt is like a big brother to me. I'm very close with him. Me and Justin are both close with him. And to hear these words come out of his mouth, where it put me in my place, but I also respected it as well. And he had completely let me know, like, Julian, you're like a little brother to me, and I can sugarcoat as much as I want, but I can sugarcoat things to 30,000 other people in my organization. You're my boy, and I'm going to let you know, man, you really haven't been doing anything. You haven't been grinding. You haven't been doing this. You haven't been doing that. And when I heard that, though it hurt internally, hearing that from my mentor, hearing that from someone that I feel is my big brother, it sucked. But I also respected it because he told me what I needed to hear, not what I wanted to hear. And that was a big shift in momentum for me mentally, because he also let me know, look, bro, I don't care where it is you are right now, whether you're where you want to be or not. Always remain thankful for what it is you do have. It's kind of crazy because us as individuals, we compare ourselves to a lot of people out there. We can compare to people who are popping ranks like crazy in the company right now. We can compare ourselves to our own team members, maybe our sponsors, whoever it is. And it's not something that you should be doing, because everyone is different. Everyone is going to have their own journey here. Everyone's going to, yes, we may face similar things, but you're also going to have your own unique journey here as well. It doesn't matter what you're going through. Just understand that you should be very thankful to have what you have right now. So many people overlook the smallest things in our lives that have the biggest impact. Every single morning, and you can even ask Justin, I wake up, and Matt told me to do this. He said, look, bro, I don't care if you have to get moving. Take a walk around wake up earlier. Take a walk around your neighborhood. And this was before me and Justin got a penthouse in Dallas. So I was just at my grandma's house, and I was doing this. I implemented it right away. Another key fact, when your mentor suggests you do something, you probably should do it. At least test it out to see if it works for you. And if it doesn't, then great. Find something else that may go ahead and suit you. But when he told me, hey, go ahead and start walking around your neighborhood and start praying and being thankful for what it is you do have, I started thinking about the smallest things, the mobility in my body, the fact that I could use all 5 of my senses, the health that I have, the clothes on my back, the shoes on my feet. The fact that I've been able to eat in the past 24 hours, the fact that I've been able to shower in the past 24 hours. You think about it like this, guys. A lot of people in the US take things for granted. We don't really understand how good we have it here, because if you had ever had the chance to go ahead and travel outside of the country, you'd realize that people have it way worse, yet they're still happier. Yet they still find something to be happy about and be thankful for. I always tell myself I never feel sorry for myself, no matter what. Because yes, just because my problems may not be as big as someone else's, and yes, that's okay. But at the end of the day, someone is going through something way worse than I'm going through 10 times more out there in the world. So guess what? What is the solution? What's going to go ahead and take me out of the situation that I'm in right now, that I so desperately want to be out of? You know, so many people, they want to hit these chairman ranks, these six-figure ranks. You know, they see people hitting chairman every single day. But I want you guys to understand this. You know, some of those people, they already had their leadership established from other companies that they're transferring from. Some of those people already had a following. Some of those people already had influence over a significant amount of people. So because they're hitting those chairman ranks fast, doesn't mean that you can't. But remember this, if you're starting off in the network marketing industry right now, understand that the first 1 to 2 years are the hardest. Why? Those are the development years. Those are the years that you need to be sitting down and figuring out how it is you can better yourself as an individual, how you can better yourself as a leader. Understand that no matter what, network marketing is personal development with a compensation plan attached to it. Okay? So the more that you continuously develop yourself as a leader, as a person, your business will grow inevitably. As long as you continually putting in the hard work and stay consistent with this. Guys, you don't need faith anymore to figure out whether or not this is going to work for you. Jason Brown and Matt Rosa just hit the top level of our company. They're the first people to hit Chairman 500. Now you have the confirmation that it's possible for you as well. Because guess what? They're not going to be the only ones that hit Chairman 500. There's going to be a lot of other people that hit that level as well. Okay? So you don't need faith whether or not trading works, whether or not the business works. Okay? You need to put development on yourself. What are you listening to on a daily basis? Okay? Music is great. I'm a huge music listener. Okay? But think about it like this. A lot of people say, hey, I listen to music for the beat, for the sound, whatever it is. Okay, you can consciously say that you're listening to music for that reason, but subconsciously, you're taking in all those lyrics that have no substance for you. Okay? That's why I listen to personal development more often. I don't listen to PD for motivation. I don't listen to it for motivation. I'm already motivated. I'm going to get the work done no matter what. What I listen to it is so that whenever I have negative thoughts in my mind, I replace them quickly. I replace them quickly with something that's going to go ahead and help me develop myself. That's going to go ahead and raise my level of leadership. I've been really, really diving deep into leadership because I realize how crucial it is. Because guess what? I realize this. People, they don't hate their jobs. They hate the people who are in the leadership position. Okay? They don't hate their jobs. A lot of times people enjoy working with their coworkers. They just don't like working with the managers and the people who are above them. Why? Why? Guess what? Rank and position does not determine leadership. I'll say that again. Rank and position does not determine leadership. Okay? I was already a leader before I hit these platinum levels, before anything like that. I have people in my organization who have yet to hit levels, but guess what? I can see leadership qualities within them. Yes, do they need to sharpen it? Of course, we all do. You should be learning how it is you can sharpen your leadership skills all the time. Okay, realize this. If your leadership level, I've been reading the book, 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John C. Maxwell. If you have not read that book, I highly suggest you pick that up at the nearest Barnes & Noble that you can go. Pick it up on Audible, whatever it is, okay? Because guess what? That book will teach you how it is you have to handle your organization as a whole. If you really want to hit six figures here in this business, you need to develop your leadership skills. Because so many people, they always say, Crash, 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John C. Maxwell. Okay? Understand this, guys. For a lot of people here, if your leadership, in the book, in the beginning of the chapter, he says, your leadership level will determine where you are with your organization as well. So understand this. If your leadership level is at an 8 or is at a 7, you'll never surpass 6. So think of it like this for IML. If your leadership level is at Platinum 2K, you're never going to surpass 1K. If your leadership level is at Chairman 10, you're never going to surpass Platinum 5,000. Okay? Another big thing that I realized as well, a lot of us want to attract these 6-figure and 7-figure earners so that we can go ahead and partner up and dominate the industry. Well, guess what? If those leaders are at a leadership level of 8, 9, and 10, guess what? The only people that they're going to be attracted to is people who are at their same leadership level, 8, 9s, and 10s. If your leadership level is below theirs, good luck. They most likely will not partner with you. And they're going to find someone else who has the leadership skills that they're looking for, the influence that they're looking for. That's all this is, guys. It's influence and leadership. Because guess what? I guarantee you this. God willing, nothing happens to IML. But guess what? Who am I going to whenever something does crash? If it ever does. God willing, it never does. And it won't. But say if it did. I'm going to go to Jason and Matt. Why? Because they're the leaders that influence me. They're the people I go to whenever I need mentorship. So wherever they go, I'm going to. And guess what? All these chairmen who have hit the chairman ranks, they did that when they left their previous company to iMarkets Live. So I'm putting this on perspective for you guys. I'm giving you the real stuff that a lot of people really don't talk about, okay? Understand this. None of you monetarily benefit me or Justin whatsoever. So me hopping on this call with you guys, with Alejandra, with Abigail, is because I really give a damn about each and every one of you guys. We're one family, one mission, one dream, one IML. So at the end of the day, if any of you guys are going to Vegas and if you guys need mentorship, if you guys need to pull me aside for anything, whatever it is, I'm going to be there as well. Justin's going to be there also. You know, don't hesitate to do that, okay? We're doing this for a reason, guys. And I want you guys to hold true and hold tight to your vision here, okay? Because especially if you're young, if you're under the age of 25, if you're under the age of 21 and you're on this call, really feel blessed that you were blessed with this vision. Because guess what? I wish that I would have been thinking about my life the way I am right now when I was 18. I always knew that, looking back, I realized that network marketing was always hinted in my life. I saw my aunts, my mom, they did Avon, they did Mary Kay when I was growing up. I remember that. I remember a friend of mine was doing Vima, the company that Alex Morton, our EVP, came from back in the day whenever he started his entrepreneurial journey. Someone showed me Vima. I never got the money together and I never got started. Okay, I remember a company called Wake Up Now. Another friend of mine showed me that. But guess what? I wasn't ready. Unfortunately, I wasn't ready. I remember when I was in another company that had to do with travel. My aunt actually showed me it before I got on board myself a year or two later from a complete stranger. But when my aunt was showing me, I wasn't paying attention. I didn't care about the information. I was 18 years old. But guess what? My mentality and the way I was back then, I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't. A lot of times you're gonna talk to people in your business that simply aren't ready mentally to make that move in their life to get on board with you. And that's okay. Maybe later on when you follow up with them, they will be ready. Maybe it will be the right timing for them. Okay? Don't let it discourage you in your vision right now. If your best friends and your family aren't joining your business, oh well. Who's gonna break your generational curses for you? If you are blessed with this vision, feel blessed because guess what? You have a higher calling on your life than everyone else around you right now. You have a platform that can go ahead and help you break those generational financial curses for you. This will help you do that. And it may not happen as quick as you want it to, but I promise you this, as long as you stay consistent with this, as long as you continue to ask questions, to go ahead and continue developing yourself as an individual, as a leader, you will see results. You will. I've built the majority of I look back and I realize I could not have been able to have built my business the way I have without attracting it into my life. I've built my business as well, just like Justin, with complete strangers, with people on social media that I had no relation with whatsoever previous to this. Okay? That's where good intentions and that's where good attracting, where you attract people who you attract who you are, not who you want. Remember that also, okay? A lot of people, they want leaders in their business, but if you're not a leader yourself, you can't do that. You want someone to go ahead and work hard, but if you're not working hard, you're not going to attract people into your business. I look back and I realize I attracted the leaders that I have in my business right now because guess what? I was practicing everything that my mentors were teaching me. Again, what are you listening to on a daily basis? Okay, that's why I listen to personal development. Because the more value I provide myself, the more value I can provide to my team. The more value you give out to the world, it comes back to you 10 times fold. That's just the way that things works. These are the laws of the universe, guys. You cannot get, if you get rich, if someone, understand this. There's a lot of chairmen right now also, and not to discredit anyone who's done hard work, who are in their position right now that are not leaders. They're not leaders, okay? And it's okay. They may have hit that rank. They may have hit that, but guess what? I promise, if they're not elevating themselves as a leader, it won't last long, okay? Jason and Matt are good examples of leaders. When you're a leader, like I said, it does not, your rank and position do not define you as a leader. What defines you as a leader is as simple as this. You taking care of the person to the left and the right of you. Whenever people give you praise, you give all the credit back to your squad. And guess what? When everything crashes, you take all the blame. That's what a leader is. And that's why a lot of people won't make it here, because they can't get past their ego. They think there's no such thing as self-made also. If you ever hear someone say they're self-made, there is no such thing as self-made. It's team-made. Because guess what? You wouldn't be in the position that you're in right now without your squad, and without the people to help you, and the people who are coming on board and believing in you. Remember, people don't join the business, they join people. So if they join you, that means in some way, shape, or form, they have belief that you're going to do great things here, and you're going to help guide and mentor them to where they want to be. Okay. You have a lot of responsibility here. A lot of people, they want to make these six. Imagine, ask yourself right now, what would you do with 30,000 people in your organization right now? You want to hit 7 figures here? What would you do? What would you be doing? How would you be adding value to them? If you have no value to add right now, how is it that you're going to add value to 30,000 people plus? So again, everyone has, thank you, Alejandra. I'll make it quick and end this out really quick. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys for hopping on this call. I hope you got a lot of value through this. Understand that right now is a very pinnacle moment to be building this business. There is no objection that anyone can give me, any logical objection whatsoever that they can give me to tell me whether or not this works or not. Because people are winning on all sides of the spectrum all over the world here, okay? If you have this vision, please take this seriously, okay? If you ever need anything, don't hesitate to reach out. My name is Julian Throne on Facebook. You can look me up on Instagram as well. Alejandra and Abigail, I appreciate you guys. You girls keep on killing it. I can't explain how much respect I have for you guys. I can't wait to see all of you guys in Vegas. You guys all have a blessed day. We'll talk soon.
Yo, I'm speechless. Really quick, guys, there's like 2 minutes left of this call. Julian, Justin, I just want to appreciate your time. I like Julian said, like, they're not even on our team, but they took the time to come on this call, and like, I'm speechless. That you actually kind of got me emotional for a second, just when you were saying, you know, the first 1 to 2 years of your journey in network marketing, just this whole thing is like the hardest. And I'm going on my year 2, and I can't even explain how hard this last year has been, but it's so damn worth it. I'm nowhere near where I want to be, but oh my God, like I can relate to that so heavy. But I want to just say thank you so much for hopping on this call, guys. I really appreciate all of you guys hopping on here as well, and I hope you took notes. I did record this call, so I'm gonna throw it out there. But again, guys, sincerely appreciate your time. I know it's valuable, and we'll definitely see you in Vegas. Other than that, guys, talk to you guys later. Have a great evening. See you guys.